Why play Vi jungle? Well, she is very mobile, her ganks are amazing, she's easy to pick up and do well with, and her ability to dive into a backline is incredible. However, she is often reliant on landing her Q to engage, and she does fall off late game compared to other junglers. Vi's passive is periodically her next ability hit will grant her a shield, and whenever she procs her W, the cooldown on this is reduced. Vi's Q causes her to start charging the ability where she slows herself for 4 seconds. Over the first 1.25 seconds of this ability charging up, the range, speed, and damage is all increased. Upon release, it causes Vi to dash in a straight line, dealing physical damage to all enemies she passes through. If this ability hits an enemy champion, she stops, knocks them back, and deals damage. Vi's W is just a passive. Each of her basic attacks and her Q apply a stack of this passive. Upon applying the third stack, all stacks consume to deal additional damage and also reduce their armor. In addition, when the passive procs, Vi gains a large amount of bonus attack speed. Vi's E is an auto-attack reset which causes her next attack to deal additional damage in a cone behind the target. These empowered attacks have additional range and can also critically strike. Vi can store up to 2 charges of this at one time. Vi's ultimate is a point-and-click ability which has to target an enemy champion. Upon use, she becomes untargetable and dashes towards that enemy champion. Upon arriving at that champion, they are then knocked up and dealt damage. In addition, any enemies she dashes through during this time are knocked aside, dealt damage, and also stunned. For combos, your go-to is going to be Q into an auto-attack and E. Follow it up with an auto-attack into another E before spamming away with more attacks. If starting with ultimate, use your ultimate into an auto-attack and E into another auto-attack and E, using Q to chase down your opponent if they dash or flash away. And a great thing to know is that Vi can flash both while charging and while using her Q. So if you ever need that extra range, you can flash the ability onto your opponent. For matchups, Vi does great into junglers who often rely on high mobility as she has a guaranteed way of locking them down, and she can struggle against champions who can interrupt her dashes or simply absorb her pressure. For runes, take this. Hail of Blades quickly proccing your W is incredible. For build orders, start Green Monster and Pot into tier 2 boots and an Eclipse. After this, a Collector and Essence Reaver are great pickups before finishing a build with any of these as needed. She also works well building more Bruiser than Assassin, where your build will look more like this. For skill orders, start W then E then Q before maxing Q then E then W, taking ult whenever you can. For summoner spells, take Flash and Smite. Starting the game, you have a few different options. The safest option is always to do a full jungle clear to make sure you're as strong as you can be to contest the Scuttle Crab. And of course, a full jungle clear is the most effective way to maximize your golden experience. However, Vi is also great the moment she hits level 3, so doing one buff into a camp into your second buff will give you this quick level 3. And of course, with this quick power spike, you can look for an early gank to get a lane ahead. When ganking, always consider the 3 main points of what CC does your team bring, what escapes does the enemy have, and where is the lane pushed to. If you can ever start a gank by walking up to your opponent and saving your Q to chase down any dashes or flashes, your chance to kill is immediately increased. Entering the mid game, Vi is incredibly strong. Keep up aggressive wards and use your ultimate to look for picks and convert into objectives. Entering late game teamfights, you either want to place your team's engage or the assassin. When engaging, you want to go in with Q and then land an ultimate onto their backline, using your massive burst to blow up their carry. And if playing the assassin role, wait for the fight to start and then go in on their carry anyway.